is a moment in every journey where you feel stuck, not because you are unmotivated, not because you are unprepared, not because you're incapable, but because something inside is holding on to an old belief, holding on to an old story, an old identity, holding on to a version of you that no longer matches the life you are creating. Growth isn't just about adding new habits, new goals, new standard. Growth is about releasing what blocks you from rising. And most of the time, the biggest blocks aren't external, they're internal, invisible, emotional, deeply rooted. Today, we're talking about how to release what blocks your growth with clarity, compassion, and courage. This is Elevate Daily with Lucy. Every block begins with a story that you've told yourself so many times it feels like truth. Stories like, I'm not ready yet, I don't want to fail. Every one of us is scared of failing, actually. I don't want to disappoint anyone. I'm not the kind of person who does that. People like me don't get opportunities like that. These stories aren't true. They are memories, they are interpretations, they are emotional echoes from a past version of you. And the moment you question the story, the block begins to loosen. Fear rarely shows up as fear, it shows up as overthinking, perfectionism, procrastination, busyness, self doubt. Fear shows up as I'll start tomorrow. Fear is clever. It hides behind logic, it hides behind responsibility, it hides behind excuses that sound reasonable. But here's the truth, if something keeps pulling you forward and something keeps pulling you back, the thing holding you back is fear. And fear loses power the moment you name it, you call it as is. One of the biggest blocks of growth is identity. You're trying to step into a new chapter while holding on to the identity of an old one. You can't rise with old boundaries, old standards, old behaviors. You certainly can't rise with old expectations, old version of yourself. Your next level requires a new identity, one aligned with your vision, not your history. Releasing identity blocks means asking, who am I becoming? What does that version of me no longer tolerate? What does that version of me choose instead? Identity is the root. Change the root, and the whole tree grows differently. Sometimes the block isn't mental, it's emotional. You might be carrying old disappointments, old betrayals, old failures and expectations, old versions of success, old pressure to be who others need you to be. These emotional weights slow your growth without you realizing it. Releasing them doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself from the emotional contract you never signed. You can honor the past without living in it. Growth is not just internal, it's environmental. You cannot rise in environments that drain you, distract you, diminish and disrespect you. Don't believe in your potential. Those environments are useless to you. Your environment is either a greenhouse or a desert. And sometimes the biggest art of growth is stepping out of the spaces that shrink you. Releasing what blocks your growth is not a single moment, it's a practice, a daily release of thoughts that limit you, habits that slow you, people who drain you, stories that shrink you. It is a daily release of identities that no longer fit expectations that aren't yours. Release is not loss, release is liberation. And every time you let go of something that no longer serves you, you create space for everything that does. Take a moment. Yes, just take a moment. Feel the weight you've been carrying. Feel the stories you've outgrown. Feel the identity you are ready to release. You're not stuck. Trust me, you're not. You're not behind. No, you're not. You're not broken. We all go through different realities, but you are not broken. You're simply carrying things that no longer belong to the version of you you're becoming. Ask yourself, what one thing am I ready to release today that will free my growth tomorrow? Release it gently, release it intentionally, release it with gratitude. Your next level isn't blocked. No, it isn't. Trust me, it isn't blocked. It's waiting. And the moment you let go, you rise. Rising is actually the toughest part because it's scary, but you gotta rise. This is Elevate Daily with Lucy, and I love you.